I just wanted to say hello, and this is being recorded for the TTC mentor program. So we want to sort of share the story of YouLi as well as why we're working with the Transformational Travel Council. So YouLi is the provider of travel technology, and the TTC is really providing the support to all of you to create more transformational travel experiences. And so we're not the experts in the experiences, that's all of you. So we see ourselves as a really strong technology partner to really power the experiences that you guys are creating. So today's session is really just to help you understand how that partnership is working and how our technology can support you to share those experiences. And yeah, so I think we'll get started by, well, first of all, I want to introduce Vika, our community manager. So she's based in the United States, so she'll often be the one that's most accessible because the rest of the team is mostly based in Melbourne. And of course, I also want to introduce Jennifer from Global Family Travels. She's done an amazing job. I'm very impressed with how quickly she's gotten her experiences up onto the platform. So we're going to give her a chance to talk about the experiences she's creating and the transformation she's looking to achieve with those. And we also have Rachel as well. And so she's gotten started on this journey with us and is sharing her experiences on the platform as well. So we'll hear from her. So YouLi is the name of the platform. You Live to Travel is our company name. And we're passionate about travel, and we are really good at making technology. So that's why we felt like we were really good fit for Transformational Travel Council. And really, we're focused on group trips with purpose. So we want to make it really easy for people who are creating group trips with purpose to put those out into the world, get people booked onto them, and then get offline and have those experiences. So we very much believe in the fact that the technology should be used to prepare you for the trips, so that once you get there, you can really immerse yourself in those experiences. So actually, Vika, do you want to kind of talk through this part of it?
Yeah, this is the famous graph on Jim Campbell's hero's journey that TTC is all based about. And the idea behind this image is there's 3 stages, obviously. The trip itself, the delivering the experience, the transformation that's happening within the adventure, the preparation for that experience, and of course the post-trip sharing, reflecting, following up, and everything that comes after that. And just to give a visual picture of when YouLi could be useful, is it's number one, we are trying to own the space of gathering people and data when you're preparing for the trip. We do help with the research slightly, a little bit. You can put it out there, and you can build the landing page in 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending on how much time you want to spend on it. You can start working on new SEO, but what we have the strongest value in is actually helping communicate with people and gathering, have your travelers prepared for the transformation, have them ready physically, mentally, in all aspects for the journey. And then, of course, we are also a booking platform, which there are a lot of out there. You can pick the one that works for you. We focus specifically on group travel. So if you don't work with groups, we're probably not the best for you. However, you can always upload your trip here, and as a part of TTC. You may be doing that later, if not soon. And of course, managing the experience itself, the transformation that's happening during the trip, everything, all the updates, instant communications, notes, download it offline and go completely off-grid into darkness without devices. That's all supported in YouLi. Yeah, so this is the main idea behind it. And we also, why we're partnering with TTC, because this is one of our segments, one of our groups that we focus on, is when you organize trips with purpose. One of the purposes may be the transformation itself that TTC is focusing on. However, we do also serve educational programs, sports, adventure expeditions, cultural exchanges, everything that pretty much connects the communities, creates the network, and prepares travelers for going into that journey, rather than just showing up and booking the cheapest flight and being there without just travel for travel. This is not what we are for. Yeah.
And yeah, so I can show you now the, if you want to let me take the share control, I can show the TTC template. So everyone in the TTC community will have received an account, and when they log into YouLi, and we'll be sure to send those links around as well with this video, they'll be able to see the template that's been created by the Transformational Travel Council. So that's this one here, to Patagonia. Oh, and it looks like Carl has joined in. So I'm just showing you an example here. When you guys publish your final TTC itinerary, it'll actually be shared in this TTC shop, so you can see everyone's transformational experiences. So you guys aren't done with the program yet, so that's why they're not here yet, but that's where they will appear. So when you come in, you're going to see, sorry, I just need to jump around. You're going to see your TTC Ally trip, and you're going to be able to make it yours. So you can either take that template and sort of change it to be the experience that you want shared, or you can do what Rachel and Jennifer have done, and you can actually sign up to create your own separate trips independently of TTC. So what you get for free is this template that you get to completely transform. And so you can see, here's how you manage your full itinerary. So Tanner has created this one for Patagonia, and you can go through and explore kind of all of the sections of it in here. And then what you're going to do is turn it into a full trip and ultimately get people booked in. So the power of YouLi, as Vika was saying, is that this is where you're gathering your people. So this is an example trip that I've created to go to Jordan. And so you can manage that everyone's signed up, whether or not they want to go, you can see their communications. And then you can also manage optionality within the itinerary. So you can have optional add-ons that people sort of add into their itineraries, and you can manage those responses. And of course, as Vika mentioned, the booking capabilities. So once you've got them saying yes and opting into things, then you need to manage all those payments. So you can actually do that in one place. And the great thing about YouLi is that because we're not just a booking platform, we actually allow you to manage not only the payments that have come through us, but also payments that have come from offline. So if you are coming onto the platform and somebody's already paid you for a trip, you can still load them in, manage them here, and still keep track of all of that in the one place. And of course, the very, very important tasks. Again, Vika mentioned that it's all about being prepared. And the way that we support that is through what we call tasks. And this is where you make sure the logistics are handled, like booking your flight. But it can also be other kinds of things. You can ask them questions, and you can start them on their transformational journey. So this is where you can see in our template from Tanner. He's actually started to put some of that together for you guys to start thinking about what transformation are you seeking. And so that question that you put into this task that you really prompt your people to think about, that needs to be based on the experience that you're creating. So that's going to be very, very personalized. So the idea behind the template is it's to get you thinking, but ultimately you have to turn it into yours because it has to be the experience that you're creating. And just to give you a quick view of what you ultimately create, I'll show you one of Jennifer's. This is what we call a travel page. So all that work you do setting things up, you ultimately produce a site that is beautiful, mobile optimized, easy to explore and get inspired, and then easy for them to see how much it is and join in, pay the price, complete all their tasks, access all of their documents. So this is what the travelers experience, and this is how they sort of see this as being yours. So again, YouLi is about technology powering your brand. So you'll notice that all of this is about Global Family Travels. It's not about the YouLi brand. And that's really important to us. We want to be the technology that powers you, and your customers see this as being your creation, not ours. Here's just another quick example from Rare Air, which is another client of ours who's created a beautiful experience in Bhutan. And so as you can see, they all look quite different, and that's just based on each company creating their own experiences. So I think with that, I'll actually let Vika take back control.
Yeah. So back to Jen and her example that we just saw of Global Family Travel. Jen is a new client, is also a TTC mentor, and working a lot with transformational trips. Jen, if you want to talk a little bit about your company and how your partnership with YouLi, I can share the screen, or you can do it on your as well.
Sure. You can maybe jump to the Nepal one. I think we're planning on using that as an example. But so yeah, first of all, I just want to say I've been doing a lot of research on what booking platforms to use, and you came across YouLi a couple of years ago, and then just once we became a TTC partner, I was like, okay, this is a no-brainer. I had already created one trip as a demo actually 2 years ago, and circling back now, I just have to say that the YouLi team has been amazing to work with. That's just like a number one thing. You guys have been 24/7. I mean, we've got probably like, I want to say 7 or 8 trips right now populated, and it's been a lot of work this summer, and we're doing a white label job, or they're helping us do that, and integrating it into our website. So we're super excited. I mean, we've been working with Word documents and PDFs, with clients, and so this is so far. I mean, we've got a couple trips running actually like this fall. Already using, if you want to go to the Nepal trip, using the communication platform with clients going to Nepal and Bali, to let them know, okay, let us know what your travel dates are, and instead of sending multiple emails, it's just a really simple platform. You can, if you want to go into the tasks and show them how to or go into the people or whatever, send an email message or send messages out to your clients. I just sent kind of one email overall to clients saying, just look in your spam filter to make sure that those emails don't fall in there. But it's just been a really super easy way, time savings wise, to communicate everything that's needed. So yeah, it's been fantastic, and certainly we're excited to use it even more. And we haven't actually yet developed our TTC trip, but I've got my wheels are spinning now on ways to do that. I'm just actually pulling up the video today that TTC sent out, and looking at how we can kind of incorporate some of the themes into using YouLi and connecting them as well. But I see they're like developing a kind of a program theme at the beginning of your itinerary. If you go into the little info button there, or show like some of them, you can show your brand, and then also even tell the TTC story, which is great. I mean, I would recommend, once we create a TTC trip, we'll pull that up in the beginning and highlight that as part of the TTC trip that we create. So yeah, I'm excited to even use the platform further to do some amazing things and bring more transformational travel to the world.
It's been great to have you come on board, because I think oftentimes people kind of get started with just a small thing, but it's been really impressive to see how quickly you've just brought on so many programs. I'm amazed what you guys accomplish with the team that you have, I have to say. So bravo to you.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you, guys. And Rachel, you also joined YouLi recently and uploaded the one trip that you've been working on with the bowel transformation. And one thing I wanted to pay attention is how you have this great video here uploaded as well to show what your company is about. Tina, tell us a little bit more about your Earth and Soul Adventures.
Yeah, so Earth and Soul Adventures is all about taking people to various destinations around the earth to connect with the truth of who they are and what it is that they're here to do in this world. So that's how I came up with Earth and Soul. And joining up with TTC was kind of a no-brainer for me, because we, as soon as I started reading on their website what they were all about, I was like, oh my goodness, this sounds like me. Like, I could have wrote this. This is everything that I, you know, live for. And so I've been very excited to join the TTC. And so I was looking for a platform also to host these trips, because I've done several of them now where, like Jennifer said, like I was sending out all these different emails and I was trying to keep up with everything. I was trying to like manage everybody's payments. Like, did I send this person this form? Like, it was just a lot. It was a lot, because I was doing everything like manually. So when I found this, and you guys introduced this, I was like, this just streamlined the whole process and simplified my life in one step. So I'm really, really grateful, because I'm not very good on technology. I'm good at getting inside of people's heads, but I'm not good on technology. So when I first looked at this, I was so overwhelmed. I was like, where do I begin and what do I do? And you helped me so much, like step by step. And like, then I just got calm my nerves. I was like, oh, actually, I think I can do this, you know? And we just went through, and I mentioned that I wanted my video put on there, and you got my video on there. And then once I started playing with it and you were like, just do this, I was like, oh, that was easy. So quite honestly, the whole experience has been very pleasant, and I'm super grateful to be using it, because it's simplified my entire life now. So, and I love it, and it looks good. I would like to change that Bali picture, because when I share it on social media, it's a little, it doesn't look good, but that's my fault, because that's the picture that I chose. But
This picture?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look good when I put it on social media. It looks
It gets too cropped.
yeah, it just looks like really dingy. Like, it's just not a good picture. But that was my fault. So I love that my logo's on there. You know, I really like it. And I think as I do more, each one will get a little bit better, because I noticed one of the things that I did, and I don't know if you can even see it on here, but like the itinerary, it could look a little bit better.
Yeah, so I think one thing that we did with the itinerary, all of those are created as detail items.
Yeah.
And you wanted the pictures to be bigger, like the one that
Yes.
Jan, for example, has when there's more of a cards.
If they're highlights, then they show as the big cards, and if they're on the itinerary, then it's more kind of for the detail. And we're actually working on really improving that, because the other thing is we're very much feedback driven, and Jennifer's actually been giving us some really great feedback that's been amazing to help us make an even easier experience for you. And so one of those things is that we're going to make it easier for you to choose whether or not they're showing in that sort of bigger style, which is the first one on the menu on the left with the eye symbol, versus in the sort of the more text-based itinerary, which is better for printing. So the idea behind that is the first one is kind of your brochure that sells the trip, and the second one is the sort of detailed text-based version that you want to print out and take with you. Okay. So we're going to give you a lot more control over that actually in the next 2 weeks, I believe. You're going to see some changes. And you may have seen already, I'm sure you guys obsessively read my release notes when I come out.
Just so sarcastically.
You'll notice that we're changing all the time. And basically that's based on feedback from people like you. So we love hearing that we're doing a good job, but we also love hearing things that we can do better. And so I think actually you guys would have seen, we've recently released a coupon feature. So that's being trialed right now before we roll it out to everyone. So so we'll see how that goes and get that out, and just continuously making this experience better and better to make your life better and make your customers really see the beauty of the itineraries and experiences that you're building.
And help them answer the adventure call whenever it's calling.
Well, and based on this conversation, I'm starting to think maybe I need to go to Bali in October. So
Right? Yeah, it's calling, Jen.
Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait, October, I can do this. I can do this.
Let me show you more pictures from Bali. Here you go.
Well, and so just to kind of wrap up on this in terms of what we're offering for the transformational travel mentors, you all have accounts. We made accounts for everyone, and so you can log in anytime. The full trial has expired, but you'll now be on what we call guide, and you can, all these links are also available from within the application, as well as from the menu in our website. Basically, you can use the platform as it is as a single person, and that's just a 2% booking fee on any of the trips that you sell. And you can upgrade to premium accounts like Rachel and Jennifer have if you want more full-featured capabilities. And you'll be seeing more coming out about Global Family Travels. We're publishing this amazing profile on Jennifer soon. And we'll email out links to both Global Family Travels as well as Rachel's experiences, so you can see the shops that they've set up and you can get inspired by them. And when you're ready to do the same thing as they've done, you can check out our video library to learn how. And of course, if you want to do any kind of walkthrough to really deep into your business and how we can support you, just go ahead and book in a meeting. So thanks so much for being part of the Transformational Travel Council. We're a technology provider, but in the end, the reason why we exist is to empower businesses like you. And so we're really excited to see you succeed and transform the lives of more